So there was something that was driving me nuts about the Canon C400 that I just couldn't figure out until I finally dug deep into the owner's manual. It was still kind of unclear because Canon calls it something else that, I'm not used to. But basically, I'm going to show you guys how to turn on the internal camera electronic leveler. Let's dive in. I know. Tripods have bubble levelers and all kinds of other ways to level out your image. And some of you are probably gods at video making and you can just eyeball it and get it done right away. But I love having electronic in-camera levelers. Something I can see on screen that will give me an idea of what the horizontal and vertical axis looks like so I can just get to shooting. And with Canon, it was actually kind of hard to find. It was kind of dug in there deep and they call it something completely different. So let me show you guys how to turn it on using the C400. And you can actually control if you want to display the horizontal and vertical or just a horizontal and vertical leveler, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to open up your menu settings and you're going to scroll all the way to the right to your display settings. And then you're going to go to the 5th page, which is actually going to be your display levels. Scroll down to custom display 1. Once you get into that page, you're going to scroll all the way down to level parentheses bar. This is actually going to be the in-camera digital leveler. Here you can set it to roll, tilt, or off. By default, it's off. You can also set it to tilt plus roll. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. And now you're going to find both the vertical and horizontal levelers on your screen. And I actually feel like this is very intuitive. It reminds me of the old-fashioned bubble levelers. But for me, they're a little too distracting. So we go back to the menu settings, we go to the 5th page, and we scroll down to custom display 1. I'm going to go back to the level bar menu, and I like to set mine just to the roll. I don't necessarily need to see the tilt every time. I feel like that is too distracting. Another note, you can actually go to level numeric, and I keep this on. This is actually going to give you a numeric value for the tilt and roll in degrees. This is going to be incredibly helpful if you're on a production set, if you're told which angle you need to film at, or if you need repeatability and know exactly what your tilt and roll angles are.
And that's how you turn on electronic levelers with Canon cameras, or at least Canon cinema cameras. I think they're already readily available with like the mirrorless cameras. If I recall correctly, with the original Canon R5, it was already displayed. I didn't have to dig deep or anything like that. And then also I was really shocked to hear that with the Canon C70, at first it didn't have it and then they added it with the firmware update. So I'm glad to see that. And I'm glad they're already offering it with the C400 and the Canon C80. I first used in-body camera electronic levelers with my Sony a7S III, and then it's one of those things where once you use it, you're never going to go back. I like how Sony does it. I mean, it kind of takes up, the entire image sometimes, so it can be kind of annoying. But to be honest, I really like how Canon does it. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. It's like a little bubble. And for me, at least, I have the horizontal axis turned on all the time and displayed, and then I toggle with the vertical. Sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't. That's it for me, guys. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please consider subscribing. There'll be more videos coming up on the Canon C400. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.